And it's finished in Rome, 22-17. Ireland do get the important 4-try bonus point win. However, it was not easy for them. 22-17 it finishes. That is not a comfortable win. But it should have been in some ways, because Italy were half unlucky and half kept shooting themselves in the foot. But, let's get straight into it. 22-17, of course, it finished this, but actually Italy scored a first try and they go 7-0 up with this fantastic bit of play from Menoncello, Garbisi and Ioane. Menoncello gets the ball kind of on the back foot, but he gets around an Irish defender, then carries into another couple and still gets the offload away to Garbisi, who runs a bit and then kicks it forward, and Ioane chases and dots it down in the corner ahead of Hugo Keenan. A fantastic try for Italy, and Tommy Allen, is able to convert from the touchline. He was great off the tee all game. So yes, that makes it 7-0 to Italy within the first, 10, 15 minutes. Great start for them. But it's not too long where Ireland are able to come back. But first of all, I want to mention Menoncello, because he did a couple of awesome carries inside the first 20 minutes. There's one where he makes a line break and then he's getting tackled. It's just the most outrageous out-the-back offload to Brex. He is a ridiculously talented player. That skill is outrageous. So he was brilliant all game. He always got go forward ball for Italy. He always wins his collisions. He just gets them on the front foot. He is world class player, and he's only like 22 years old. Crazy. Maybe 23 now. But Ireland do get the next try. They sort of respond to Italy's first one. It's Hugo Keenan who goes over. A nice set play off the back of a scrum. Sort of managed to, manipulate where Garbisi goes and Brex, and Hugo Keenan just goes straight in but through the middle and scores under the post. So 7-7 for in the game after 25 minutes. And then Italy do manage to get a penalty at some point around the half an hour mark. A great kick from Tommaso Allen. It's a very difficult one. It's far out and he manages just about to get it. I mean, it must have nearly scraped the crossbar. And you think Italy are doing well, but they have a few injuries in the first half. They start off around the 18th, 19th minute. Dino Lamb has to go off and Canone comes on. I can't say his surname just in case. But he comes on and he's a great player, so that's not too much of a loss, but it just means you're going to lose energy. You're costing energy here, taking someone off so early. And then in this later on in the first half, Sebastian number 6, also don't want to risk saying his surname, has to come off. And Lorenzo Canone has to come off. So Ross Vincent and Lamoureux come on. So it's 3 big men you're losing in the first half. A lot of power which you're losing. And it means the other players are going to have to last the full 80. And Lamoureux is costly in the end, because he slaps down the ball out of Gibson Park's hand really stupidly whilst he's in a ruck, and he knows as soon as he's done it, he's like, no, what have I done? And he is furious at himself afterwards. It's the correct decision. It's a yellow card. It's cynical, and it costs Italy, because Dan Sheehan goes over for his first try of a hat-trick in the corner just before half-time. Jack Crowley can't convert. He was, let's be honest, dreadful off the tee. He was woeful. But not that he was bad in general play, but off the tee, it was embarrassing. That was a terrible miss from Jack Crowley, but it doesn't matter. Ireland go 12-7 up in at half-time. I don't think that any of that last sentence made sense, but there we go. They're 12-7 up at half-time, Ireland. And yeah, Lamoureux will be very annoyed at himself, apologising to all his teammates in the dressing room, I'm sure. They come back out though, second half. Italy get on the front foot. They get like a penalty in territory. Nothing comes from it. Pajrello gets injured within the first few minutes, so Stephen Varney has to come on. That is Italy's 4th injury this game, so very costly, the injuries so far. But then eventually Ireland do get out their own 22 and they get back the other end and they score. It's a brilliant try again from Dan Sheehan, his second try. It's another maul try, and just clinical from Ireland. They're winning the power game. Obviously Lamoureux is still off at this point, so it's a costly yellow card period. But it's coming to an end. The yellow card's coming to an end. He's about to come back on, Lamoureux. Restart from that try. Bam! Ross Vincent smashes Hugo Keenan in the head. He's coming in at speed. He's quite slightly out of control. He's high. It's a red card. It's a 20-minute red card. It's the right decision. It's not a straight red card because it's not violent. It's not, just like really, really high. It's not like huge danger. He's not just punched someone, violent conduct. So it's a 20-minute red card. He's out of control. He's hit someone high. Right decision. But again, that has cost Italy It's really cost Italy, and they have hardly any back rows to sort of, I don't know, move around. They just cost them the game, all the back row injuries and suspensions. Anyway, during this 20-minute red card period, they get another try. It's Dan Sheehan again, and I think it's his hat trick and the 4th try. Jameson gives the park, brilliant, sees the sort of vision and does a crossfield kick. Mac Hansen, the commentators didn't make enough of his skill. He catches in the air and manages to pass it back in to whatever his name is, Dan Sheehan, and he goes over for the try and his hat trick. So that makes it, I think that makes it 22-10 at this point. I think at some point it had a Hugo Keenan disallowed try for Doris knock on. I thought they might have gone back for too many phases to look at it, but they went back and they disallowed it. So there you go. So it was the right decision, but it was borderline more than 3 phases of play. So yeah, 22-17 red card. And then I think it's just before the red card finishes, Italy get a try themselves. A brilliant bit of play. Capuzzo gets the ball on the wing. Capuozzo, I should say, sorry. He chips it over the top, and the bounce of the ball is horrible for Mac Hansen, who's trying to get it, and eventually it bounces in. Stephen Varney managed to dot down, so it's 22-15. Tommy Allen again nails the conversion from the touchline, 22-17, and it's a nervy last 10 or 15 minutes or so. I can't remember if it was before or after, but James Lowe does a fantastic footwork on the touchline and manages to get the ball to Keenan, and he scores another try, Keenan, and again it gets disallowed, so he could have had a hat-trick himself. This one I thought was the wrong decision. I think he was in the field of play the whole time, James Lowe. His footwork was incredible, like left foot, right foot on his tiptoes, and then left foot stays. I think he just about stays in, but it's called out and they don't overturn the decision. But yeah, that's it really. Italy are going for, well, Ireland are attacking, and then Italy get it for the last 2 or 3 minutes, and then I don't want to say his name again. It's the backup hooker, Gianmarco. Oh, what's his surname? First name, I can't remember. The backup hooker. You can check his name. I think I'll safe to say Nicotera. I think I'll be safe with that. He goes in and does a ridiculous clean out on the last minute or two. It got a yellow card. It'll be upgraded to a red post game, and that's it. The game finishes, and Sam Prendergast decides to tap it and then kick it straight out. He doesn't want to go for the points difference. He just wants to get it out, and I think that's a compliment to Italy for getting 3 cards. One of them a red card, probably 2, but 2 cards which really cost them, 4 injuries. And they still managed to hold Ireland to 5 points. This Irish juggernaut. I know they're not going to win the Six Nations, but they're still a world-class, fantastic team. So all credit to Italy, but Ireland do get the job done. They deserve to win. Had 2 or 3 disallowed tries. So in the balance of the game, yeah, they were fully deserving of the win. And it keeps them in the hunt for the Six Nations trophy. Of course, they need England to lose or not get a 4-try bonus point or something. I think the points difference, actually, they need England to lose now or draw. And of course, they need France to draw or lose as well. So they'll be relying on the Celtic nations of Wales and Scotland to get the jobs done. But yes, that's it really for this video review. Ireland get the job done in Rome. I should say all roads lead to Rome, as they do for Conor Murray and Peter O'Mahony, the 2 Munstermen, of course, having playing their last game for Ireland. Hugely shame for them and Irish rugby fans and fans in general, because Conor Murray, lovely guy, and Peter O'Mahony, ultimate shithouse. Their careers are finished, sadly, at international level. That is it. I think Peter O'Mahony is finishing his entire season in May, so his career at the end of the season, I should say. But yeah, I just want to say a quick word. 2 fantastic players have been playing in the international scene for many years, so a shame to see them finally finishing, but at least they get a win on their final game. But yeah, I mentioned them. So yeah, I think there's nothing else really to mention. Italy get a losing bonus point. It should be enough to keep them not getting the wooden spoon. So yeah, they'll be disappointed they couldn't get the win there, Italy, and the sort of discipline. But it wasn't a bad performance overall. Only limiting the sort of loss to 5 points against Ireland is a lot better than the 36-0 loss last year. So it's improvement. It's improvement for Italy. But that is it. That is it from me. If you have got this far, please do like and subscribe. We'll be doing more match reviews, match day vlogs, Women's Six Nations, PWR, Premiership, URC. We'll try and do as much of it as we can and try and get it out each week. But there we go. As I said, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. If you got this far, hopefully see you in the next one. Thank you.